Good morning and welcome. I'm Celeste and this is my FlossTube channel, Celeste Creates, and today is Thursday, January 28th already. Can't believe it. And it has been 3 weeks since my last stitching update. I usually try to film every 2 weeks, but for some reason last week I either couldn't film or didn't want to film. I don't really remember at this point. So here I am 3 weeks later, but no matter, I have plenty to show you and I'm so excited to be here with you. If you're new to my channel, thank you for joining me. I'm so happy you're here. I love to share what I'm working on, and it's just a real joy to film these. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Have lots to show you today, and I just always thank you for all your comments and you know, your likes and all that stuff. And if you follow me on Instagram too, it's just so much fun to share what I'm working on. And y'all are always so encouraging and loving and kind, and I'm so thankful for that. So it is a beautiful day here in the Houston area. It was gorgeous yesterday. We had the windows open and the doors open, and it was breezy and cool and just absolute perfect weather. So for all of you around the country who have snow right now, I'm a little jealous, but I'm pretty thankful for the weather that we have today, because, you know, give it another couple months and it will be not quite so pleasant. Come May, June, July, I'll be jealous of your lovely weather. But it is what it is. This is where I live. This is home, and I love it. It's a blessing. Let's see, what have we been up to? We've been up to school, so it's been kind of nice after Christmas and all the holidays to get back to a more regular school routine, a little bit of calm. Not really sure it's ever totally calm here in this house, but calmer. So that's been good. My son went back to school in Kansas, and he's doing great. I'm loving it. And just kind of busy with the normal stuff. So far we're staying well. A little tired of all the COVID stuff, but that's our situation right now, and so we just try and make the best of it. February will be a busy month. It's always seems like it's one of the busiest months around here. For us, we have a trip or two that should happen. I have 2 of my kids' birthdays. Actually, 2 of my kids are born a week apart in February, and then 2 of my other kids are born a week apart in late May, and then the 5th one's hanging out in December. So we got 2 birthdays. There's Valentine's Day. Oh, my daughter's big performance in Cinderella. So anyway, just a lot happening in February, and so we're looking forward to all those things. And that's it. Oh, Lent is coming, so that's in February, the beginning of Lent, as we prepare for Easter, which is actually on my daughter's, Ash Wednesday is on my daughter's birthday this year. No fun, but kind of special. So kind of making plans for what I want to do this Lent. You know, what spiritual reading or what kind of things do I want to do to grow closer to Him and grow in holiness. I think that's the main focus. So, which is one of the reasons I think sometimes I really, I mean, I love quilting, I love reading, but there's something neat about sitting and stitching, especially if I can sit and stitch in the quiet, or without, you know, if I'm not watching FlossTube or watching a movie or whatever, is that it can be really prayerful and quiet, and so it's kind of neat to be able to use that stitching time. My friend Christy has always said it's just very peaceful and calming, almost meditative, that movement of the needle back and forth, and so I do like that. And so anyway, I am gonna get started, and I'm glad you're along for the ride. So get your coffee and sit back and enjoy the show. Okay, I am so excited. I can't stand it. So yesterday I had a finish and a fully finished project, which is super exciting. That usually doesn't happen. Getting it both done in one day, getting it finished and then also getting it framed or finished, however I want to finish it. But I was pretty motivated. So I started, let's see, I'll look it up here. When did I start that? Pause, please. Oh, what? I started, okay. I started Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. I thought I started this in December, but I started it on November 1st when I got the pattern. I think I pretty much started it right away, and I worked on it a little here and there in November, but I know I was focusing on some other projects then and finishing Christmas Garden. I know once I finished Christmas Garden, I kind of worked on it, and but as I had been making my plans for the year, loose plans, I had really thought I want to make finishing Winter Rose Manor. I want to finish it hopefully by the end of January. So here it is. I know everybody's seen it. My copy's looking a little ratty. But to me, and especially the way mine was turning out, to me this doesn't scream Christmas. And since my white, it was roasted marshmallow, but for me, mine is yellower, and I know some people have changed that color. But with my linen, I really liked how it looked, and so because my snow and the basket and the snowflakes aren't horribly white on mine, it doesn't even look as wintry as it could if I changed the color or if it looked whiter. Anyway, I really wanted to finish it by the end of January, and I'm not sure I'll be putting it away anytime soon. So yeah, here I am just chatting away, and so I finished actually doing the stitching yesterday around 4:30 or 5, and then I hopped right into framing because I had the frame. So here it is. This is Winter Rose Manor, all done. I'm so in love with it. It is just beautiful and stunning. I remember, I think the first time I saw this was somebody else's Instagram, and they had finished it, and I guess they had gotten it when it was from a retreat, before it was released to the public. And I had seen it, and I thought, oh, I really want that. And then lo and behold, Brenda published it for. So when I heard it was going to be released, I hopped on it, and I was just captivated by it the moment I saw it, and I'm still captivated by it. So here are some details. You can see mine up close a little bit. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. So I guess let's start. I used 36 count Winter Moon by Zweigart. One of my favorite colors that I didn't realize was going to be a favorite color, but it's a lovely linen. I used all the called for threads. So this is the roasted marshmallow, this color here. And I left it because I really was liking how it looked on my linen, and I was, like I said, pleased that it made it look a little less wintry or Christmassy. So I'm real happy with it. I didn't change that. What I did change was the color of the house. I tried out the conch, didn't like how it was looking. It wasn't looking pink enough for me, and so I ordered some, and what I worked on, or what I finally decided was Meredith's pink. I believe it's a Weeks Dye Works Meredith's pink, and I absolutely love it. It is exactly what I wanted the house to look like. And then all the other colors I used that called for, and I'm happy with how they came together on my linen. So let's see. There's a couple. Okay, well, there's one change I made. So the change I made is here. If you look on the pattern, she has her initials B, A, and then the G is down here. And I liked what Liz said from Elizabeth Ann Stitch. She said that she thinks Brenda did it that way, so her initials didn't say bag, and Liz was happy because hers say eat. But for me, it just kind of felt funny for me to put a C and an R and then put an H way down here. So I just put my CH here, so my first and last initial. And then my sister had the idea, why don't I, these little two birds here, why didn't I just put in an extra little cardinal there? So that's what I did. So I've got a little, that's supposed to be an initial, but I put in a cardinal instead. And I think that's the only design change I made. And there are mistakes, but usually I'll rip out a mistake. But none of these mistakes mattered for the final part, you know, to how it was all going to lay out, or for counting or anything like that. So I know there's a mistake in the gate here. And then I made a mistake, I think over here, with the placement of a leaf. So I just kind of did some berries where I wanted them and made it work. And then I thought there was another mistake, but maybe not. Maybe that's it, just the gate and those berries. I think that's it. Did my little eyelet stitches up here. And so I just absolutely love it. The frame, so this was not my idea. The frame, I saw this on Lori Holt, Be In My Bonnet. I saw it on Lori Holt's FlossTube channel that she had found this frame and was going to use it for her Winter Rose Manor. And I fell in love with that frame, and so I went to Hobby Lobby to see if I could find it, and I did. So it's not in the framing section, it's just in the general decor section, where you find all the signs and the frame pieces. For me, it's in the middle of our store, and it was on an end cap, and so it's not really a frame, it's a decor piece. So it had words in the middle that my son knocked out for me, and I'm just using the frame. So I really love it. It's just perfect. Just perfect. So I'm so glad that I saw that on Lori's channel and was able to find that. And so yesterday I did my lacing. It's not perfect, but I'm thankful that I can do it myself. My only problem is I laced it on foam core. So I have foam core batting, one layer of Orm and White, and then my linen. So the only problem here is that if you do it on the foam core, the inset of the frame isn't enough for this to fit flush. So I needed to put these here anyway. But yeah, I can frame. It's good. It's done. So nobody's gonna look at the back. I feel like Kim from The Contented Stitcher. It's in there, and that looks perfect. So it's done. I'm thrilled, and thank you for all your encouragement on Instagram as I've stitched along and not getting tired of my my progress photos. So thank you so much. And I'm just gonna go hang it back up downstairs and stare at it all day. That's what I want to do. It's so beautiful in the daylight. It's always kind of fun when you finish something at night to look at it the next day and just see it in the daylight, and it's just beautiful. So there you go. Winter Rose Manor, all done and on the wall. Met my goal. All right, so next we're going to talk about whips. Now, that's really funny because on my calendar here where I keep track of everything, it's pretty heavy with the Winter Rose Manor, Winter Rose Manor, Winter Rose Manor. In fact, I got tired of writing Winter Rose Manor, so we shortened that one to WRM, WRM. So most of what I worked on, you can tell it was Winter Rose Manor. CTL, that's considered the lilies, so I'll show you a little work I did on that. And just a few little other things here and there. But for the most part, it was Winter Rose Manor. But I got it finished, so. All right. So I started this. Let's start with this one. I started Ann Webb, which is Ann Webb 1829, and I think I've inserted a picture here before, so that, or you can go look on my Instagram, or you can actually just go to Hands Across the Sea and look at their pictures there of Ann Webb 1829. So I started this on New Year's Eve, and I'm stitching this with my friend Lisa from Frenzy Fingers. We are stitching this together. The colors are just beautiful. So I got a little bit more work done on this one. This is also on 36 count Winter Moon. I think I'm, gosh, how pretty. The colors are lovely. This is all DMC. And I fell in love with the colors on this one. It was beautiful pinks and blue. It's just, it is stunning. And so then I'm really excited because, all right, yeah, these are my first ever eyelet stitches. Pretty excited about that. I was a little nervous about eyelet stitches because nobody, well, not nobody, but it seems so many people are like, oh, I don't want to do all those eyelet stitches. And they are time consuming, but actually they're kind of fun. They're different and they're fun. So I am no longer scared of eyelet stitches, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. So I've gotten over my fear, and now I can get things that have eyelet stitches. Anyway, right, sometimes you just got to get over that hump. So that is Ann Webb, and here are her glorious colors. Just so pretty. These are all the DMCs. Hold on. Look at that. And they are all just beautiful on here. Look at that blue, green, pretty browns and pinks. It is just a lovely color palette, and I'm so thrilled to be working on that. So I've gotten a little bit of work done. That I'm definitely going to spend some time with in February. I don't have as many starts in February. I only have just one or two. So I'm definitely want to work on Anne and her pretty colors. So she will be beautiful. Okay, so that I worked on just a tiny bit. Next is, yes, okay, Smith Sampler, which I love as well. This one is also going to get a lot of attention in February. Here it is, Smith Sampler by the Scarlet House. Sorry for that. Beautiful. So, if you watched my last FlossTube, you know that I was like, I was supposed to start this on New Year's Day with Christy, and I ran into so many color troubles and was really kind of discouraged. But finally, on January 4th, I got my act together and got my colors figured out and my linen. Again, y'all are all so helpful and encouraging. And I got a start on the Smith Sampler, and then I took it with me when I went out of town. And that was the only one I took, and so I got a good bit of progress done. So here's my progress on the Smith Sampler. And I'm absolutely loving this one too. The colors are so beautiful, and it's looking so much more like I wanted it to from looking at the pattern. So I am stitching this on 36 count Dusty Road by Seraphim Fabrics. Really beautiful. I bought this knowing that Brenda had said that it was just, you know, a really lovely fabric, and she was really pleased with it. So I would definitely buy more Seraphim. So this is Dusty Road. Feels really nice. And then these are not the called for colors in any form or fashion. I was going to do DMC. Was not looking like I wanted to at all. So I did, you know, worked it through, friends helped, and I came up with my own color conversion here. And so these are all over dyed, and I'm really, really, really happy with how they all look now, and won't change a thing. So I'm good, happy. Can't wait to work on this one some more. So Smith Sampler, 36 count Dusty Road, and my first, I guess my own first real project where I started and did all my own. I mean, I don't want to call them all my own, but I had to pick my own colors in a way so that I was happy with how it was turning out. Which has been interesting because I think I said before, most of the time I just go with what it says. I'm, you know, newer to this, and I've been happy, but I was not happy with that one. So let's see, what's this one? Oh yeah, this past weekend, I know Jen Lee from Quirks and Stitches was doing her she and her mom were doing 24 hours of cross stitch, and I would love to do a 24 hours of cross stitch someday, but that's just not realistic for me right now. But I can't fuss because I really get plenty of hours of cross stitch time, so I'm blessed I get to do that. My kids are used to me working on things. I've been quilting since my first one was born, and so it's kind of like they're used to me making things, and you know, while they're doing school, I've always quilted or done something, not every day, but it's just something they know that I do. So it's not weird for them for me to be sewing or stitching, and I'm still part of the family and the craziness. So but I'd seen that Jen was going to be working on her Consider the Lilies over the 24 hours of cross stitch, and so I thought, oh, I'm going to do that. I think Christy was going to try and do it. I don't know how much she got done, but I thought, well, I can't do the 24 hours of cross stitch, but I can sure make Consider the Lilies my focus piece for the weekend. So I did, because I really, really want to get this done by March 28th. I think I can do it if I actually just do it, but it's hard because this isn't the piece that's calling to me as often as others are, so it's a little harder for me to want to pick it up. So I think I'm just gonna have to be more intentional about making time to work on it. Yeah, I think I can do it. I mean, I got that Winter Rose Manor turned out and done, met my goal. I think I can do it. Okay, so I did pull out my Consider the Lilies from Heartstring Samplery, and I still love it, and I'm still so excited for it to be done. And this may be the one piece I need to have professionally framed. So I say that now, but I'm pretty stubborn, so we'll see. So I worked on this the time that I had, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this past weekend. My DMCs are, I'm doing mine all in DMC, and mine is on 36 count flax. There's, I mean, tons of DMCs, and they're just beautiful, and I love them. Love the purple. I'm not a huge purple person, but it's just such a pretty. So, here she is. Call her Lily. So that's where I am. I am more than 3/4 done, and that's a really good feeling. I'm not doing so well on the border flowers, but they're fun and they're easy to do, and I will enjoy that. I think if they were a boring color, then I'd worry that I haven't done many, but they're fun. I really love the corals and peaches, and they change, you know, it's not always the same color. So I think I'll like doing those, and I need to just kind of get them done. So when I started, you can see on Instagram, follow me there, Celeste Creates as well. Let me see if I can fold this, kind of see, a little easier. When I started on Friday, I had some space in this bottom left quadrant here, and I counted that I had 9 or 10 motifs left to finish, and so that was my goal. By Sunday evening, I would have finished this quadrant and filled in all those. So I did. So I did. Oh, sorry. I did the moth. I did that little flower. I did the cute little foxy thing. Did that berry basket and that little teeny flower. Another bee, that flower, and this pretty one with the blue bird, and that yellow flower up here. And this is not the right side. That's the flip side, but it looks just alike. So what I just showed you, I did that months ago. But this weekend, I did those motifs on this side. So, the moth, the little foxy, all these right here, the yellow, that little one. Anyway, this was the corner I worked on. So, by March 28th, it's hopefully going to be done. I think the next time I work on it, maybe I'll work on some of the border flowers, and then I'm going to finish I don't know why I never finished the letters, but finish the letters here, and then those are a good reference point for moving up into this blank quadrant here and putting all, you know, lining up all the little motifs along here with the letters as a good reference point. So I'll probably do that next. And then someday I'm gonna decide whether I want to put 2020 in here or 2021. So that is Consider the Lilies. And so if you don't see me working on this month, you fuss at me and tell me get busy, because I really do want it done. All right, so that is Consider the Lilies. And I have another whip I want to show you, but I'm kind of saving it toward, I don't know, just a minute here, and show you that because I kind of want to talk a little bit about it. So let me put this away. And then I will move on to, I guess what I purchased, I don't remember. Okay, not purchases, but plans. Okay, here is, I'll save that one. Okay, so, coming up in the next couple of days, maybe tomorrow, Saturday, I don't know, in the next couple of days, my friend April, her FlossTube, her Instagram name is April, and I guess what do you call it, _, heirlooms. And April is my local stitching, quilting friend, one of them. And I mean, she is 45 minutes away on the other side of Houston, probably exactly the opposite other side of Houston. But when you live here, that's local. So we have so much fun chatting and sharing stitching and fabric and quilting. Anyway, so in the next couple days here, she and I are going to do, to start a project together. So we are going to start, salute to Abigail. Really excited to start this one. It is just beautiful. Only 4 colors, and yeah, I'm really excited about that one. It is 147 by 149, so not bad at all. It is in the book Sweet Land of Liberty by Blackbird Designs, and I don't think I've trimmed this yet, but I'm going to do mine on a 36 count raw natural by Zweigart. Raw natural. And it calls for silks. I think I've said this before, but it calls for thread gatherer silks, which are really pretty. I just didn't want to do this one in silk, and so when I was able to go to the local LNS, which is actually closer to April than it is to me, but it's still local, I picked out my own overdyed cottons. And so for the creamy color, I think I bought 2 for this, but I think this is the one I want to try first. For the creamy color, I got oatmeal. I thought if I want it whiter, I could use grits maybe, but I like the oatmeal. For the red, I gotta put these on my floss tags. Love it. Oops. I got, I'm a mess this morning. Okay. I got Turkish red. Ooh, look at that. That is so beautiful. I love the variegation. Let's see. Light blue. I got blue jeans. And for the dark blue, I got Michael's navy, which is really gorgeous. They're so pretty. Which is kind of fun because the day that I went and picked these out, oopsie, we were across town actually for a sports event, and so I had to drag my son Michael with me to the shop, and he helped me pick these out based on the picture, and I think he did a fabulous job helping me. He was really good at, no, that one's too, you know, purpley or whatever. So it's really kind of fun because the one, and I didn't do this on purpose, but he helped me pick all these out, and his name is Michael, and that's called Michael's Navy. So in the next couple of days, I'll be starting that. So watch for that on Instagram. Super excited to do that with April, and look what April made for me. She made me a beautiful project bag. Look at that. She has figured out how to make her project bags with these, with the little 2.5-inch squares on the back, which I just love. And look at all those beautiful patriotic fabrics. I love this. So pretty. And then I love the shape of the vinyl in the front. I am lazy. I will not make mine with vinyl, so that's really special. I think the 2 that I have that have vinyl were both made by my friends, one by April and one by Bonnie, my sweet Bonnie, Log Cabin Stitcher. So that I'm super excited to get busy on. All right, next. Oh yeah, this was going to be a February start, but I want to stitch this with my friend Lisa as well, and so I am just going to wait because it's so much fun to stitch with a friend. So I think I've shown you this before, Miss Lucy Calcutt, by Just Stitching Along. Miss Lucy Calcutt, 1825. I've loved this one for a long time, so I ordered that a while back, or I got it for Christmas, that's what it was. Ah, love the colors, love the motifs. It's just beautiful. It has a huge list of colors. I am doing mine in the DMC, and they are stunning. Look at all those. I finally got all my DMCs together. They are beautiful. Golly gee. I just love them. Can you tell I like color? Oh, I love color. I'm sure that by looking at my background, by looking at my fabrics over here, you can't tell that I like color, but I do. I've often said it's really funny because if you go look at my closet, you know, my clothing closet, black, 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 gray, black, black, jeans, blue, gray, black, black, black. And then you go, you know, around my house and it's like, it's a color shock. So those are all the beautiful DMCs for Miss Lucy Calcutt, and I just really wanted to show you that I got those together and that I chose a linen. Oh gosh, I better not forget what this is. Oh, I remember what it is. Okay. I ordered on a whim, or just taking a chance with it because I hadn't seen it yet. This is, oh, that's hard to see. This is 36 count Zweigart antique ivory. It is really looking yellow, but it's not. It's really a really lovely tan. I like it a lot. I was really pleased. So all these colors are going to look fabulous on there. So this is ready to go. And when Lisa is ready, I am super excited to get started on that with her. So that's Miss Lucy Cockett. I think she'll be bigger. I really have a problem picking big ones. I don't know. Alright, here are some things I want to show you. I haven't been ordering a whole lot because I don't have any money. So that really does put a damper on things. But that's good because I really want to, I think I said last time that my word for the year is pause. And I really, one of the things I want to do is to pause before I buy things. Doesn't mean I won't buy things, it just means I need to pause. And so I need to pause and find contentment in what I have. And I have so much. I have so much to stitch. I have so much to sew, so much to read. Just so much, period, right? And so that's what I've been trying to do and not be sad that I don't have any money. I mean, I could spend money, but anyway. Technically, I don't have any money. So I haven't bought a lot, and so some of this I may have showed you before, but I can't remember. Anyway, came pretty soon after Christmas was the Winds of Autumn book. I'm sure you've all seen it. And I am pretty sure the first thing I want to stitch is this one. I absolutely love that. Mighty Acorn. So reminds me of such a fun story. I think Bonnie wants to stitch this one. So Bonnie, we're going to need to come up with a start date and stitch this together. So, Mighty Acorn. So what this reminds me of says mighty oaks from little acorns grow. Gosh, years ago, before my husband and I started dating, so let's go 26, 27 years ago, my mom admired this tree across the street in somebody's yard, and she was a fantastic gardener, and her roses were perfect, and she just, I mean, she had the greenest green thumb. And she could make anything grow. And I didn't get that. I'm what I call an accidental gardener. But she loved this tree across the street, and so I forget if it hadn't always produced acorns, but one year she got an acorn off of this tree, and it's called a bur oak, and I don't know, B-U-R-R, bur oak, and I don't know if everybody has those. They're not super common here, but the acorns are big. They're big acorns, and like an egg, at least. And so she got an acorn off that tree, and she started it in a pot, and she put it in the ground in the front yard. And I remember when I did start dating my husband, it was his, not dating my husband, started dating Brian. He laughed and would joke with my mom about the tiny little tree in the front yard, and we should put a bench around it, and it was, you know, it was this tall. Well, if I can find a picture of it, I will insert it. I'm not sure if I have one, but today it towers over the house. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous tree. And my mom made that tree out of one oak, or that one oak out of that one acorn, and there it is. And so I really want to do that, and I just think that's so much fun. So that'll probably be the first one I do. So, okay, Bonnie, let's do this. It's got that. I got 2 patterns from my friend April. She was getting rid of a few patterns, and so I definitely want to do this one. I know, Chrissy, I know you have this one, but I couldn't pass it up for free. So this is Parson Brown by Not Forgotten Farm, so hopefully I can do that for next Christmas. And then I really love this series, so maybe someday I will get all the rest of these. I think Kim, Barbara's daughter, is working on these. The Loose Feathers series for the birds. And so April had this one, so I think she had a duplicate. So The Last Ripe Berries. And I think Kim is doing, oh, she hadn't decided if she was doing it all on one or each one separately, but they're really pretty. So Kim, I'm excited to see your progress on that. I can't remember if I showed you this linen, but here you go. I think this is lovely too. This is a 36 count Zweigart, just called Light Sand. I ordered this from my local non-storefront LNS. His name, or her, well, Anita's Little Stitches. Her husband runs the shop now. Really pretty color. I like it a lot. And so then the next part of my story has to do with 40 count. I tried 40 count. I've tried 40 count twice. Let me pause and show you something. Okay, so this is a piece of 40 count Zweigart. Yeah, look at it. Just, it's called Mallow. 40 count Mallow. It's real pretty. I like it. And I ordered that thing. This was early spring, summer. Anyway, and I started the Brenda Gervais, the Schoolhouse series, or the I forget what it's called. I started it on 40, and I hated it. I really hated it. So I stopped. So then, sometime this month, I thought, oh, I am going to, I'm going to try again. And I still have a needle in it. And it wasn't so bad, but I was trying a Quaker motif on it. I still don't love it. I think what it is that this Mallow, something about it is it feels like a much tighter weave, and it was just kind of stressing me out, and I don't need that. So I put it out there, asked a few of the stitching gurus, the linen experts out there. You know who they are, you know who you are, what I should do. And so everybody was so sweet the way they responded, and I had several suggestions and several gifts. I mean, really, people? So some sweet stitchers out there. I won't mention names because I didn't ask, but you know who you are. Somebody sent me some 40 count sand. Let's see. Oh, this is a pretty little piece. Some 40 count Arna French vanilla, which I love 36 count French vanilla. So these are things saying, you know, here, try these. These are some of my favorites. See what you think. And then this is a 40 count R&R espresso. Little scraps, and I'm just so thankful. And also a 40 count antique white. That's just Zweigart. And I can tell just from looking at them that the weave is different. And then I also received, here's the other story. And I went in and started this. I received some 40 count, this is the Old Weeks straw. Not the Zweigart base, but the Old Weeks. Thinking, you know, somebody had said, well, maybe that would be a good transition because maybe it would be a little bit looser. So I'm trying that, and I'm going to work on some of these other pieces as well. Maybe do some smalls with these. And I'm not ready to commit to a huge piece on 40 yet, but it would be nice, I think, sometimes to take one of those bigger pieces and do it on 40. But, you know, if not, then 36 is great. And if I never stitch on 40, then so be it. But I did start this one by Stacy Nash. Rabbit Hollow Farm Sampler. I love this one. Love the flowers, love the barn, love the rabbits. We have a rabbit. We have a white rabbit. Snowball. He's huge. He's over there. So I started this one on the straw, and I got the teeniest little start on it. And I even have my needles still in it. I just got busy working on Winter Rose and then just didn't get back to this. But I was doing it, and it wasn't feeling too bad. So I'm excited to get back to this. I'm using all the called for overdyes on, and it actually called for 35 count weeks straw. So I'm using the 40, and so I'm really excited. So thank you for everybody who gave me suggestions about 40 and who gifted me with all these pieces of 40 count linen. That's just, y'all are so generous. So I'm excited to get back to that, and we'll see how it goes. That'll be something I work on this month. I'd like to do a little Valentine's small, but I just haven't decided what I want to do yet, so we'll see. If not, I'm happy working on everything I've just showed you. So with that, I will close out, and I will draw the winners for the giveaway from last time. So I'll be right back. All right, so last time I had a couple giveaways. I thought they would be fun if you could get them now and start working on them for spring if you wanted to. One was this hands-on design collaboration with Stitching with the Housewives, the chalk. You know, them. Why can I not think of it? I don't stitch much of their stuff. Priscilla's stuff. So this is Carrots and Cottontails Farm, and I stitched this big one and enjoyed it and love it. I just wasn't going to stitch the rest. I'm not sure. I don't really love stitching on the black and stitching the chalky things. So this was a giveaway. And I thank you all for your comments about carrots and how you like to eat them. And it's really fun. The winner, Pat, I'll put your comment up here on the screen. So Pat was saying that she'd had yellow carrots. Had I ever had yellow carrots? And I've never had yellow carrots. And it was neat because she says she had them somewhere at a little, like a diner or a restaurant, actually here in Texas. So I thought that was really fun. And I always forget to eat carrots. I don't know why, but they're always there, but I forget to eat them. Anyway, so Pat, I will comment on your comment, and you can email me, and I will get this chart out to you. So glad you won. The second one was this kit, this Mill Hill kit, buttons and beads kit. It has everything in it to do these lovely geraniums. That's one of my very favorite flowers. I'm kind of itching right now to get some geraniums and plant them. I know it's January, but it doesn't matter here really. So once they're available, I can plant them. I just love geraniums. Anyway, I wasn't going to stitch this, and so I wanted to offer this as a giveaway, and the winner is Cindy. Sweet Cindy, my friend. So I will get this in the mail to you, and I think I said geraniums, so it was really fun to hear about your favorite flowers. I'd said mine was a peony, which we can't grow here. So I love flowers. And so Cindy, I will comment on your comment and get this out to you. So I think that's all I have for you today, although I feel like I've talked for forever. It's the only thing I ever got in trouble for in school was talking. And yeah. So I just want to thank everybody that watches and just offer you this little bit of hope at the end of the video. Today I was reading in Hebrews chapter 10, and this is kind of a combination of a couple parts of 2 verses, but just made me think about what I really am trying to focus on right now, which is trust, and knowing that He is faithful and His promises are true, and that He has heard us, He sees us, He is here, He is answering our prayers. And so it says, let us approach with a sincere heart and in absolute trust, for He who made the promise is trustworthy. So our Savior is trustworthy, and He wants us to come to Him in sincerity and with absolute trust. So I thank you. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful couple of weeks ahead, and hopefully I will see you in 2 weeks and not 3. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.